So I want to start off with imagining 3D using the concept of a house. So imagine you have a house which has two floors. So down here would be the bottom floor. Up here would be the top floor. I also want you guys to think of the house as being the left side over here versus the right side. What you don't see here is this is the front part of the room. So imagine Homer, Simpson, the baby, Bart, and Marge being in the front part of the room. If I turn this house around, there is back rooms. So behind these walls, there is back rooms. So over here, if I turn around, you see in the back of the room, you see that there's the grandpa and you have Lisa. There's no one on the bottom floors. So think of the 3D coordinate system as a house with the top floor, bottom floor, front room, back rooms, the left side versus the right side. So when it comes to the center of the house, so think of the origin as the center point of the house. So 0, 0, 0, x, y, z is going to be located right where the end of the stick is, right over here, right at the center. And what about the x-axis and y-axis and z-axis? So x-axis is anything that comes towards you. So this is the positive x-axis. Behind this blue wall, over on this side, if I turn it around, this side here would be the negative x-axis. Now let's go back to the front. So let's talk about the y's. The y is a little bit different. The y is on this side here. So on this axis is the positive y-axis. Anything to the left over here is the negative y-axis. The z's make it 3D. So the z is the one that's going up above the pink floor. And anything below over here along this is called the negative z-axis. So the goal of today is, if I were to give you a coordinate in 3D, x, y, z, would you know which room is it in, or which wall is it in, or which corner is it in? So let's start off with a specific point. Let's call it 4, 5, 6. Now 4, 5, 6 means x, y, z in that order. So if I say 4, always start from the origin over here. And then 4 means positive 4 for x. You're going to take 4 steps out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, give or take. And then 5 means positive y. That means you're going to be moving left or right. You're going to be moving to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're still on a 2D surface right now. We call that a plane. And then after that, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the z, means you continue where you left off. So you're going to take 6 steps up in mid-space. It's hard to imagine. So basically at the tip of my stick is where that point is. So that point is located in the front of the room. So this is the front room, to the right, and on the upper floor. So when it comes to finding points, I will not be expecting anyone to draw things in 3 space, but I do expect you to know which room is it. Is it the back room, front room, left room, right room, or on the wall? So let's do another example. So let's have a look at -3, -4, and 5. So -3 is the x. So what that means is, if this is 0, 0, 0, -3 means you're going to go behind. So that means I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to be going 3 steps to the back. So I'm in the back of the room. So here's the back of the room. And then after that, -4 means what? So -4, I'm just going to go back to the normal face where my stick is. And then -4 means you're going to be moving to the left. So left, meaning you're going to be in the back corner, so somewhere over here. And then after that, what's going to happen? You're going to be moving 5 steps up, so you're going to be in somewhere in mid-space in the back room to the left, but on the top floor. So -3 means back, -4 means left, and 5 means up. So now we have 2, -3, and -5. So 2 is the x, so that means you're going to be moving 2 steps out, so over here, two steps out. And then -3, which is the y, means you're going to be moving to the left 3 steps. So I'm going to be in the room for now where Maggie is, the baby is. So I'll be somewhere here on the floor, on the pink floor, somewhere over here, right? But then that -5 means you're going to be going straight down. So over here, I'm going to be going straight down, right? Imagine me puncturing through this floor into the ground. So somewhere over here in Bart's room. In Bart's room. So let's try 0, 3, 4. When it's 0, that means the x is 0, meaning you're moving neither forward or backward. So you're pretty much staying where you are. Now 3 means to the right, so you move 3 to the right, and then you're going to be moving up 4. So what that means is you're going to be somewhere on the wall, this blue wall over here. And this blue wall, there's a name for this plane. So imagine a wall, another word for wall is a plane. This is called the YZ plane because the x is 0, but the y, there's a value for y and a z. So negative 5, 0, 0. What that means is you're going to be moving not 5 towards me, but 5 to the back of the room. So I'm going to go to the back of the room, but you're at the edge here. But now the next question is, the next numbers are y and 0. So what that means is you do not move anywhere up, down, or left or right. So in other words, you're stuck on the axes. So I call this the back x-axis, the one behind the blue wall. So in this case, it's called the edge. So let's try 2 examples right now. Let's do 3, 0, 4. So 3 means you're going to be starting from the center. You go 3 steps out. So 1, 2, 3. But when y is 0, you don't move left or right. So I'm going to be staying on this edge. Now, the 4 is z. So z means you're going to move 4 steps up. So what that means is you're going to be on this yellow wall here, or we call it the plane. And the name for this plane is x and the z, because they're x and the z value. Now the one to the right, so negative 3, 4, 0 in an example means, well, negative 3 means you're going to be moving 3 steps back. So imagine me going behind here. So somewhere over here, I'll turn this around. Here is somewhere on the edge, so you can see here. So here's negative 3 back. But then 4 means you're going to be moving 4, in this case, to the right. So over here towards here, imagine to the right. So that means you're on the pink floor. So this pink floor is another plane, but it's called the XY plane because the Z is 0. So in summary, when we talk about X, Y, Z, X means towards. Towards is positive, but behind, or going behind that wall, is negative. Y is left. Left is negative. Right is positive. Z is up, which is positive. Down is negative. And anytime you have a 0, you move neither in any direction.